welcome back. We've got part 2 of the ladder video for the fresh season.
Establishing battlefield control.
Lord Stark.
3, 2, 1. New mission received.
Harvester moving.
Building online. Unit ready.
Destroy the GDI. For Kane.
Come join us.
Oh, he's playing Oaken's GDI as well.
Bring them to their knees. Nod will bring them to you for the Brotherhood. Kill the unbeliever. Take your position. The unbeliever.
Unit ready.
Move out. Rip them apart and that is no stop.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Go. Let's go. Take your position. We're ready to serve. Militia, what's needed? We're ready to know militia here. What's needed?
Unit ready.
We're ready to for Kane. Destroy militia. What's needed?
Building online.
Take your position. Take it. Unbelievable.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
The man killed it.
You're gonna brain him, burning rubber.
Unit ready.
Come buggy's weak to their tail.
Nuclear missile launched.
Don't just attack.
Major structural damage received. Unit offline.
Kill them all.
Lasers charged.
Your command ready to.
Lasers squad.
Green, the red, good dead.
Lasers.
Unit ready.
Let's further advance.
Lasers. Lasers move. Lasers kill. Lasers will hit.
Boyker ready. Boyker, your command. Don't just move. Buster. Don't just move. No.
Taking.
Boyker,
Is
missiles.
Lord Stark been practicing with tackle gun or something? Like exactly tackle gun plays.
Unit offline.
Lasers.
Ready to wait.
Your command.
Harvester ready.
Taking laser squad. As he lasers. Your command. Lasers charged. Lasers squad.
Green, thumbs up.
For the front.
Unit enhanced.
Grooving and grooving.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Laser squad. Weapons.
Green.
Your command.
Good day to spread.
Laser. Will.
Let's breathe.
Lasers taking position.
Fear the
Stay quiet.
cleaning.
Your command is with as that type stealthy. For the
Around.
Unit ready.
lasers.
Warning. Enemy ion cannon activated. Unit offline.
Laser squad.
Ready to wait.
Laser squad. Power and precision. Your command.
I'm the green machine on the move. Stand up.
Unit offline.
Come back. Cleaning. Breathe.
Lasers kill from.
Good day. I'm the one get the spray.
Unit enhanced.
Stand up. Hell no. Greedy meat. Hell needle. Free. Let's him.
Unit ready.
Lasers. For the Brotherhood.
Cleaning up.
Warhead launched.
Lasers taking position.
Unit offline.
Can't be bothered.
Unit offline.
Attack button.
Your command. As he
Don't just
Unit offline.
Don't for the Brotherhood missiles. We're gonna brain kill them all. No problem. You're ready to gun.
Unit offline.
is with laser squad. Lasers charged.
For the cocaine. Good day. Breathe. Kill him.
Laser kill them.
Boyka ready to kill buggy.
Unit offline.
Inferno in mo. Your command.
Your command
Rev Inferno bomber.
Unit enhanced.
is with laser.
Boyka ready.
Unit ready.
Smoke your command. A-bomb to Inferno bomber. Inferno in motion. Revving the engine.
Unit offline.
Moving napalm. Gonna kill them all.
Lasers charged.
Boyka ready to burn.
Laser squad ready for anything.
Unit enhanced.
Where's my Inferno doing?
Burn them all. Inferno in motion. Your command.
Unit ready.
Laser squad.
Inferno. Getting napalm tanks at full. Right?
Your command.
Gonna heat up.
Unit offline.
Inferno thrusters active. Getting burn. Inferno bomber reporting.
Unit ready.
Attack.
Unit enhanced.
Ready for
Your command. Don't just move. Napalm. Burn them all. For the brother. Gonna flame kill.
Warning. Enemy ion cannon activated. Unit offline. Nuclear weapon launched.
Revving the engine.
Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective available. Harvester ready.
Harvester moving.
Building online.
Did I eat and sleep? I did eat and sleep. I appreciate that one, Renardin. That was good stuff. You have to watch it as well. Alright, next time I'll record it.
Destroy the laser squad. Laser squad ready for anything. We'll hit them with
But yeah, I think the stream was all fully problemed out after the 12-hour was problem.
Laser squad.
Unit ready.
Move for the Brotherhood.
Unit
Okay,
offline.
rifles down, I think.
We'll hit the lasers. Kill them all.
Building online.
Burning rubber.
Lasers taking
Gotta get rid of those rifles so we can make more dogs.
Launches Buster Doyle.
Rifles are really getting in the way of that.
glory to Nod.
Your command.
Unit ready.
Problem.
As he did. Come on.
Boyka rolling out. Your command for Kane. Boyka advancing. Revving the missiles. Your command. Gonna brain. Burning rubber. Gonna brain him.
Lasers.
Revving the engine. Further no problem. Your command launches Buster Doyle. Boyka rolling out.
Unit ready.
Kill them all. Further protect
He actually ignored the task when I attacked his harvester.
Real warhead
I didn't
launched.
think that was a thing people actually did.
Boyka burn.
I thought that was like a meme when people were like, oh, he attacked the harvester to distract. I didn't realize that people actually got distracted.
Getting the no green. Thumbs up. Revving the weeds up.
Taking
Building online.
Thrusters act.
lasers. As lasers hit.
Your command. Boyka rolling. Gonna heat things up. Boyka for Kane. Inferno bomber report. Delivering napalm.
Unit offline.
Green ape up in flames.
Unit offline.
Inferno in motion.
Feels bad when you
Inferno
podcast
bomber
someone,
revving,
doesn't it,
advancing.
mate?
Burn.
Feels
Flamer. Your command. Missile green.
Unit ready.
Laser squad.
Unit offline.
Lasers.
Good day to
Your command.
Unit offline.
Laser squad. Weapons charging.
Good day.
Lasers. Kill them all. Our lasers will melt them.
Let's breed killer. Move it out.
Fucking a raid back. That one's actually a problem.
Unit offline.
All lasers. Let's steady.
Hello, command. Kill them all. Ready. Lurking glory to Nod. Kill them all. To the shadows. I'm going stealth.
Unit ready.
Camp for glory.
Unit offline.
Stealth stick. Lurking glory to
Unit offline.
glory to Nod.
Unit ready.
Attack for
Unit in hand.
Good day. Boys are ready to roll. No problem.
Missile launched.
Your command.
Mission accomplished. Establishing battlefield control.
That is actually true, Satanas. The meat industry really messes with the environment.
One.
And it's like a huge,
Mission
it is
received.
realistically a huge waste of resources.
Building online. Unit ready.
Position.
Like, it costs a lot more resources to raise animals than the meat provides.
Unit ready.
Drop lasers for the Brotherhood. Your command. We're ready to
Am I
serve.
vegan? I'm not vegan.
Lasers charged. Militia here. Laser squad. What's need? Laser squad. We're ready to serve. Your command. Destroy the GDI.
Building
I did this last
online.
time as well. He sent dogs with my harvester for some reason. Well, the last time I was smart enough to just go straight into Inferno. This time I didn't do that and
Your command.
Unit ready.
No
I
problem.
went Talon. Lol, he was expecting me to go straight into Inferno again.
Revving the engine. For the brother. Boyka ready to
Unlucky!
Nuclear missile launched.
Unlucky, mate. Oh, fucking hell.
For the Brotherhood.
It's horrendous, bro.
As he
Yo, was that the tankiest harvester of all time? That harvest was like almost dead and took like 2 bike missiles and a laser to kill. Despite being like 1 hit from dead.
Burning rubber. Red missiles will smash him.
militia taking position. What's needed? As
Kill him. No problem. Boyka ready to roll. Boyka rolling out.
taking front.
You're gonna break.
Unit offline.
Okay.
Lasers charged.
Well, this was a shit game for my
Offline.
Boyka ready to roll.
Unit
This
ready.
guy's deck is actually a meme.
Your command. For the brother. Kill him. Boyka ready for Kane. Your command.
Warhead launched. Unit offline. Enemy base destroyed. Establishing battlefield control. 3, 2, 1. New objective received. Harvester ready.
Harvester moving.
Building online.
Advancing. Militia formed. Militia here. Let's
Unit ready.
Fort is militia here. Your command. We're ready to serve. Laser squad. As he desires.
Unit ready.
No stopping.
4th dose. Congrats, Ronaldo.
Lasers taking position. Laser squad.
4 dose Rennie, they call
Unit
it.
offline. Unit ready.
Lasers charged. Lasers move. Laser squad. What's needed? Brothers, move out. Just
So we were talking about when the Inferno comes out, Mud. And you were like, comes out after second missile.
Unit ready.
Inferno in motion.
what's needed? Bad thing. We're ready to.
Inferno bomber reporting.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Come on. His will.
New major structural damage received.
Time's up. Lasers charged. Laser squad. Power. Your command.
Their end moving.
Is ready to pop as he.
Gonna heat things up.
Enhanced. Unit ready.
People,
Lasers for the Brotherhood.
Inferno.
Laser squad. Power and precision.
Gonna heat things up.
Your command.
Napalm tanks are
Laser squad. Ready. Lasers. His laser squad. Will hit.
gonna heat things up.
Your command. Lasers take.
Napalm tanks are full.
Glory. Kill.
Inferno delivering napalm with a spark.
Enhanced.
Gonna heat flame on.
For the
Burn it. Inferno in the
Let your command. Lasers as
Building online.
Taking. Revving the engine. Inferno. Your command. Burning rubber. Gonna getting belted. Launchers will bust the nuke. Gonna heat. Moving napalm.
Enhanced.
Burn Boyker as you wish. Napalm tank. Inferno in motion. Revving. Advancing. Inferno. Your command. Okay. Boyker ready. Their end is near. Moving napalm. Flame on. Revving. Boyker. Burn it to the ground.
Missile canceled.
Your command. Burning rubber.
Make another Inferno now.
Nuclear warhead launched.
Inferno thrusters active.
Unit offline.
Oh, I haven't won yet.
Gonna
Ugh.
heat things up.
People who play no harm MG
Napalm
should have the
tanks are
common
full.
decency to surrender at this point in the
Napalm
game.
tanks are full.
Lasers is.
Inferno bomber with a smile. Moving naked command. Advanced missile gonna heat things. Inferno.
Your command. As he does.
Just how many Infernos do you think you're beating with no
Inferno
harm
bomber
MG?
gonna heat things up.
We're in trouble.
Napalm tanks are full.
Unit offline. Unit offline.
Glory to Nod.
Just make another one. I have a harvester.
Inferno bomber. Boyka rolling out. Gonna heat. Kill them all. Ambush for your command. Napalm tanks are full. Mission to the shadow. Burn it. Moving
Unit
napalm.
offline.
That's true. Napalm tanks. Stealthy. Green. Your command. Inferno in motion. Glory to Nod. Gonna heat things up. Guard! Inferno bomber.
Like, you should just have the common decency, you know? Surrender after the Inferno comes out. Just accept your fucked and move on with life. I'm gonna try bike rushing this guy. Does he have missiles? I don't even remember.
New
I think he
mission
does. I think
received.
bike rush probably isn't even that good against him.
Unit ready.
Burning rubber. Your command. Revving the end. Boyka ready to roll. Missiles will smash him. Your command. Missiles
Unit
will
ready.
advance. Gonna brain him. Boyka ready to roll. For the brother. Launches will bust their doyle. Gonna brain him. Launches will bust their doyle. Launches will bust their doyle. Missiles will smash him. No problem. Your command. Kill him. Boyka
That was a
rolling
fun
out.
game,
Boyka,
Ryan.
your command. Missiles will
He went to the MLRS, what a mad lad.
Offline.
no problem. Kill them all.
I think as a person who plays MLRS this much, you would know that is not a good play for the MLRS.
Third, revving, advancing. Boyka ready to roll. No launches will bust their doyle.
Does he have
Okay,
missiles?
Boyka ready to roll.
I
Burning
mean, I guess I can
rubber.
chug you even if he does.
Advancing. No problem.
Oh, this is a fun game of Rivals right here. this is my kind of game, man. This is what I want from life. And jump jets, it's even worse. Even more expensive than missiles.
Your command.
This guy's so
Burning
dead,
rubber.
man.
Ready to wait.
So
Revving,
dead.
advancing.
Why are we
Boyka
still
ready to
playing?
Your command. Launches will go with greedy meanie. You're the bomb. Gonna get Boyka. Gonna break. Brain. I'm green.
Unit ready.
Your command. Missiles ready. Green machine on the move. Boyka launches will go weeds on.
Unit offline.
Launches will bust. Missiles dead. Kill them all.
Unit offline.
Buster Doyle, advancing. Attack foot. Missiles will no weed. Like ready. Launches.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
For the brother boy. Kill them. Clean in our enemies.
Unit enhanced.
Somebody for the brother. Spray in the big. Like ready.
Unit ready.
No problem. Kill them. Like resin. Like ready. Ready. Greedy major command. For no. That's for weeds in the
This guy
garden.
really just never gives up, huh? What does he think is gonna happen here? What's the dream scenario?
Warhead launched. Objective complete.
How about mixing in a tech deck every few games? No. Because I would prefer to win instead of lose. So I don't want to play tech.
Establishing battlefield control.
Probably can't bike rush him twice in a row, huh?
3, 2, 1. New objective
That would
received.
get away with it twice.
Building online. Unit ready.
Desires.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to 6 today, gang.
Laser
That
squad.
doesn't really seem like it will give that much of a shoot.
Laser squad. Ready for your command.
I'm definitely not playing like all the way to Tiberium.
We'll hit them with precision.
Unit ready.
Will moves with us.
He has snipers, right? So this attack on the harvester is probably not gonna go that well.
Charged. Fall as he desires. We'll hit our laser taking position. Laser squad. Power and precision. Kill them
Unit
all.
offline.
Actually, it looks like I might get the halve.
We'll
That'd
hit
be
them
funny.
with precision.
Unit offline.
Burning rubber.
He's killed them all. We'll hit them with
Launches will bust their door. Launches will bust their door.
Unit ready.
This guy's just having so much fun with rivals today.
Like you're ready to roll.
Unit ready.
Your command. Okay. As you come, I'll sort them out. As you would. For the Boyker, I'll sort them as you wish. As you wish.
Unit ready.
For the kill. Advancing. Your command. Revving. Boyker ready to roll.
Nuclear weapon launched.
Getting so burning rubber. For the front, no problem. Getting advancing. Your command.
Building online.
Kill them all. Okay.
Unit ready.
Moving napalm.
Unit enhanced.
For the Boyker rolling out. Flame on. Getting burning rubber. Getting no problem. Inferno bomber reporting. Okay. Advancing. Delivering napalm with
Oh,
a
this
smile.
guy's having a
Inferno
bad
in
day,
motion.
chat.
Getting-
This
getting
guy's having a
Inferno bomber
bad
reporting.
day.
Unit enhanced.
Moving it. Burn it. Flame on. Delivering Inferno thrusters active. Burn them. Napalm tanks are full. Here, Inferno in. We're gonna heat things up. Inferno bomber reporting. Inferno bomber reporting. Ready. Burning. Gonna heat things. Boyker ready to roll. Inferno moving napalm.
Unit offline.
Inferno in mode. Gonna heat things up. Flame on. Moving napalm.
Nuclear warhead launched. Enemy base destroyed.
Shade is just like, that's the biggest problem with Shade, is that at 70 cost, it's like, there's no reason to play it over Inferno, really.
New
I think
objective
Inferno
available.
should be 110 or Shade should be 60. I think Shade being 60 would be okay, honestly.
Unit ready.
Let's go.
Can I give you back Sora Quest?
Unit ready.
I
Bring up to their- what's
don't know, man. Like, if it was taken away, it was taken away for a good reason. I feel like you abuse the privilege a lot of times before I take it away. Like, I'm pretty generous with my song requests as well.
We're ready to serve.
I only take it away when people really abuse it. So if I give it back to you, will you promise not to abuse it?
What's needed? We're ready to.
Boyker,
Will you give me a solemn promise?
Just let's go. Let's go. We're ready to serve.
Unit ready.
Just take it.
Revving, no problem.
Militia
You'll be a
here.
good boy? Alright.
Gonna
I'll take you at your word, Satana.
Destroy the GD.
Nuclear missile launched.
Boyker, cocaine.
He's loose. Well, we can just permaban him if he messes around again, right? He's giving me a solemn promise this time. I take that very seriously. Alright, I gave you that song request.
Unit offline.
Up in flames. Inferno in motion.
Unit ready.
Buggy is motion. Gonna heat moving napalm. Greedy meaty. Napalm, Inferno threat. Inferno bomber. Inferno in motion. No gonna heat.
Unit offline. Unit ready.
Napalm, moving napalm.
Unit off. Warhead launched. Unit enhanced. Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Let's go.
Oh shit, I haven't been
Harvester
harvested yet.
ready.
Fully now.
Dude, I was like totally zoned out for this game. Do I have any alive mods in chat? Can someone just hit this 300 points?
Lasers, we're ready to serve. Your command. Destroy. Laser squad, ready for it. We're ready to put lasers charged. We'll hit them. Kill them all. I see what laser squad.
Unit ready.
No, Gator. We cannot. We're too far away from each other.
Them apart. Kill the unbelievers.
Thanks, volumes.
Kill them all.
Building
Have
online.
I just gone Inferno here? Probably right.
Offline.
With us.
Too late now. It's chuggy time. Chug, chug, chug.
Lasers charged.
Chug,
Lasers
chug,
ready.
chugging my way to victory. Oh, mate, that is not how you micro a sniper. Bro.
Unit ready.
Bro.
Lasers.
Bro.
Lasers. Father and lasers.
Bruh.
Your command.
Alright, GG. GG load. GG, my dude. Open up that tray, son. Hit that surrender button. You guys remember when Suzaku quit Rivals for a while? Because he kept accidentally surrendering games?
Unit
You
offline.
guys remember that? That was fucking hilarious. He used to open the tray and press surrender with his, like, with the heel of his wrist or something. Also, Suzaku played in like a really weird way to make that possible. Like the way he held his phone was weird. Dude, can you just fucking surrender already? I'm not in the mood for this shit.
Unit offline.
Bro! Just surrender, bro.
Unit offline.
I get the feeling that she was not gonna surrender.
Offline.
Very typical.
Unit offline.
Dude, is that, it sounds like a modem noise in the back of this song. Am I imagining that? Or is it like a modem noise? Alright, there we go.
Objective complete.
How long for a cloud to disappear? You'd think I would know, Maush. I'll tell you guys the story of when Nukem went. I don't know how to, like, over-dramatize it, though. I mean, like, Nukem... When Nukem got bored of Rivals,
Establishing
you know,
battlefield
it didn't take
control.
super long. Because, you know, it was Nukem, and he played it, like, 24 hours a day.
New
He
mission
literally played, he had
received.
like 36-hour streams where he just played
Building
Rivals.
online.
He got bored of Rivals and he's like, I'm gonna make loads of money in the stock market. Because obviously, like, his friends are Flintstock.
Unit ready.
Stop me.
Like, Flintstock was the big daddy back then. Everyone loved Flintstock. And Flintstock made loads of money on stocks. So Nukem was like, I can do this. Because Nukem is arrogant. Nukem is, like, one of the main things about Nukem was he was definitely just arrogant as fuck.
What's need? Militia here.
Like, he had a massive ego. He thought he was amazing at pretty much everything.
Building online.
So, he was like, oh, Flintstock makes money on stocks, so I'll just do the same thing. It's fucking easy.
What's need?
And he was like, Flintstock, can I borrow money? Like seed money to make money on stocks.
Unit ready.
So Flintstock, being a bro, was like, sure, I'm gonna like lend you a like $10,000 stock, basically. He also, like, I think Flintstock was like, here's a good stock, you don't even need to sell this, just like hang on to it. And Nukem was like, yeah, whatever, sells the stock, goes and starts day trading. And he like tells Flintstock his upcoming plans. He's like, this is the company I'm going to invest in. And Flintstock is like, that's a bad idea. So it was like a merger or something. And Nukem was like, oh, I'm going to invest. Because this merger's going to mean it pays off big. And Flintstock's like, nah, man, don't do it. That's like a garbage company buying another garbage company. It's not going to work out. Don't do it. And Nukem was like, nah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm smarter than you are. Basically, this is a big shit. And Nukem was like, nah, whatever, man. Even though you know you were like, even though you like made loads of money on the stock market and gave me the money to start trading, I'm just not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Obviously, he lost it all. he lost 50% of it. It's like pretty hard to lose money. He lost like half of it. And then he was like, Flintstock, can I have another 10k to make back the 5k that I lost? And Flintstock was like, no, obviously not. Like, that was a pretty bad investment for me. I wasn't really expecting you to make money, but I'm not going to give you more money. And obviously, like, I'm probably going to need the 5k back because you lost like half the investment. And that was the last anyone ever heard of Nukem. He completely ghosted the entire rival community after that happened. Utterly disappeared from all rivals community. Never seen again. What's crazy, Flintstock was willing to do that. Flintstock was his friend. This is what makes the story so sad and so stupid. Flintstock didn't care about the money. Flintstock didn't give Nukem money thinking, I'm gonna make loads of money on Nukem. He for sure knew that he was gonna lose his money giving it to Nukem. Because Nukem's a fucking monster. Like, he knew he was gonna lose the money, he didn't care about that. Like, Nukem was his friend, he was willing to hook him up. And then Nukem just fucking bailed. And Flintstock's like, bro, I don't even care about the money. If Nukem had just said, look, man, I can't pay you back, it's not gonna happen. Like, I think if Nukem had just been like, look, man, I lost some of my own money at the same time, there's no way I can afford to pay you back. Flintstock might have just been like, yeah, you know what, don't worry about it. But instead, Nukem just fucking bailed. Because Nukem's a prick. At least that's my take on it. I think Flint's still proceeding with litigation. Nah, he isn't. He said he stopped. I think he said he couldn't be bothered anymore. But he did like, I think he did like start doing some litigation and like rang Nukem up and so on. Nukem like refused to take his calls. I think Flint said he decided to not proceed with it. I think because it would cost him more in the long run. I think that's exactly what happened. But yeah, it's just, it's a sad story, man. Now, to be fair, obviously, we never heard from Nukem on this because he totally disappeared from the Rivals community. So his version of events might be different. But
Establishing battlefield
this is
control.
what Flintstock has told us, and I have no reason to doubt Flintstock. Like, there's no reason I can think of to believe that Flintstock would lie. To be fair, Flintstock's a little bit of a troll, so it's not completely impossible that Flintstock made this story up because he thinks it's funny. That, I mean, there's not like a 0% chance, because it is, you know, Flintstock might have made this up and just be like, this is hilarious that people believe this. That could definitely be what happened. But I don't know, I don't think so. I think Flintstock's telling the truth.
Building online.
Laser squad. Our lasers will melt them.
Unit ready.
No problem.
John's got
Like ready, don't you?
We've never heard from Nukem about it because he just fucking bailed. Like, no one's heard from him since. He's like permanently busy on Discord. He's like permanently on Discord but listed as busy.
Your command. Boiker rolling, revving, no problem.
And he's just like completely disappeared.
Unit ready.
Your command. Advancing.
Nuclear warhead launched.
Your command. Revving.
Unit offline.
What's your side of the story, Pablo?
You're ready to roll. Your command. No problem.
Unit ready.
Revving.
the Brotherhood.
Okay.
Destroy the
Boyka ready at your command. Burning rubber. Revving.
militia.
Boyka ready at your command. Revving.
What's needed?
Boyka ready to roll. Your command.
We're ready to
Revving. Boyka ready to cocaine. Your command. Revving the
destroy. Let's go.
He also had like that massive Nukem and NAS drama because a NAS would Nukem used to stream his champions run, and he'd be like, I'm trying to get 15-0 in champions, and he'd literally go in the alliance chat and he'd be like, I'm playing champions now, no one else is allowed to play. He wouldn't be like, hey guys, do you mind not playing champs for a bit? I'm trying to get 15-0. He'd literally go, I'm playing champs now, no one else plays. That's what was pretty rude there. So anyway, he used to stream it, and then when he got to like, it'd take him a while, like especially in the early days when there were a lot more good people, and Nukem wasn't one of the top players. It would take him a lot of fucking attempts. He'd be streaming like the full weekend. He'd be streaming like the full weekend trying to get the 15-0. What happened if someone would play? He'd lose his shit, man. He'd like actually like yell at them in Alliance chat. He'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You stream sniper, how dare you? You knew I was playing. And it's like, bro, you're trying to claim the entire weekend to yourself because it takes you that fucking long to get 15-0. It's outrageous. You can't expect people to stay out for a whole weekend. You can't expect people to stay out for a whole weekend because you can't make 15-0. Anyway, he'd get to like 14-0 and he'd be streaming, and then either a NAS or once Agent was on the scene, Agent would snipe him on game 15. And then they'd beat him and he'd absolutely lose his mind. Like, he would get so pissy on stream. He'd like literally be like screaming and shouting and so on because people had sniped him on the 14-0. Now, a NAS thought this was hilarious. And NAS thought it was fucking hilarious to do this. Agent obviously also thought it was hilarious because Agent was an asshole. But Agent and a NAS both did it intentionally. On 14-0 they would snipe him because he'd lose his shit. And he couldn't beat them. They'd also they'd play counter decks as well. Like they were pretty much gigantic dickheads about it. They'd be like, whatever Nukem is playing, I'll play the best deck possible against him. And play against him at 14-0 and beat him. So anyway, Nukem got really pissed at a NAS because of this, like really pissed. Nukem got so pissed at a NAS that he would like legitimately start being like, you need to kick a NAS from the alliance. He'd like DM me and be like, a NAS is the most toxic person in Rivals, you have to kick him. And I'd be like, dude, you're the only person I've ever heard say a NAS is toxic. I literally was like, man, I've never heard anyone complain about a NAS before. You are literally the first. So I kind of think he isn't. Would they re-up? Oh yeah, a NAS would. I don't think Agent would, he didn't have any money. Like, he was a kid, so he didn't really have the money to re-up, but a NAS definitely did. A NAS would like play the event twice to get to 14-0 just to beat Nukem again. Like, he definitely did that. He would snipe the crap out of Nukem, he thought it was hilarious. So anyway, Nukem got super pissy and was like, you need to kick him from the alliance. And I was like, I'm not kicking him just because he snipes you, bro. I didn't even know for sure that a NAS was sniping him. Like, I didn't really pay that much attention to what was going on. It's not like I was watching this, it's just I heard it happen. And I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to kick him because of that. It sounds a bit sketchy to me.
Unit ready. Unit offline.
Also, I was a little bit like, you know, if you can't win the 15th game, then it's kind of on you, man. Like, you can't expect people to just give you the 15th game because you can't win it. It's not my fault if someone better than you cues into you at 15, right? I mean...
Unit offline. Unit offline. Unit ready.
Yeah, that was one of the dramas in Rivals. I wouldn't say that's like, I mean, the Nukem Flintstock thing is a much bigger drama than the NAS. Nukem and NAS were buddies. They started out as buddies. They started out as friends. Oh shit, I haven't won? Wait, what? That was Missile 1? Are you kidding me? That was like an hour long. Yeah, so they started out as friends. Like, Anas would give money to Nuken's stream. Like, he'd donate and stuff. And then Nukem would be like, oh, what's up, Anas? And he started doing the weird voice, right? Like, that's where the Anas thing came from. So no one here probably knows about that anymore. But Nukem would be like, Anas! That was like their thing. So yeah, I think Anas thought they were friends, basically. Because Anas would like hang out on the stream and he'd donate. And I think Anas thought it was like, it started out as like a joke. Anas would do it on purpose to annoy Nukem, but it was like a jokey thing. He'd be like, haha, I've sniped you, lol. But it's like kind of a joke, other than like being super toxic. And then, obviously, hang on, give me a second. Yeah, the more Anas did it, the more pissy Nukem got. And Nukem started being like, fuck this guy's a fucking asshole. And I think Anas was like, wait, what? I thought we were friends.
Objective complete.
Yeah, because Anas donated loads of money. But then obviously Nukem started taking it like super seriously and being like, what the fuck? This is bullshit, like you're a cunt and all this. And Anas was like, oh. So I think Anas was a bit taken aback, being like, oh, I thought that like we were friends and this was being done in a friendly way. And then Nukem was like, no, fuck you, you're the most toxic person in Rivals. So Anas was like, So yeah, that became a whole thing. I didn't actually do anything about it. I never kicked either of them from the Alliance. I think Nukem rage quit the Alliance at one point because of it. I'm not sure about that. I feel like Nukem rage quit the Alliance at some point, being like Anas is a prick or whatever. I actually think it might have been even worse. I think Nukem left the Alliance like right at the end of a season as well and joined someone else to try and get them rank 1. So it was like a full-on betrayal type thing, as well as like raging out against Anas. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's some ladder content with bonus rival story time. I'll see you guys in the next video.